Welcome to my fast news segment channel. You can view quick news in few minutes. JIH slams UP government for forcing students out of madrasas. The National Vice President of Jamaat-e-Islami Hind Maulana Waliullah Sayyidi Falahi has condemned recent actions of the UP government aimed at disrupting the education sector and undermining the status and identity of religious madrasas in UP. In a press statement, he criticized recent government measures that compel students from Islamic madrasas to transfer to the other school, arguing that such action infringe on the constitutional rights of minorities. Saidi Falahi emphasized that Article 30, subsection 1 of the Indian Constitution guarantees minorities the right to establish and manage their own educational institution and that madrasas are entitled to operate independently under the Right of Children Free and Compulsory Education Act. YSRCP MP escapes special status for Andhra Pradesh. YSR Congress Parliamentary Party leader V. Vijay Reddy on Sunday said that he expects the central government to accord special category status to Andhra Pradesh. The Rajya Sabha member attended the all-party meeting called by the centre ahead of Parliament's budget session. I escaped the central government to accord special category status to AP in the budget that will be presented next week. Vijay Sai Reddy said in a post on Twitter, I am sure that TDP will pull out of NDA in special category status is not given. If there is no underhand dealing, then special category status is here for AP. He added. The power bill as TGSPDCL disables UPI payment mode. Telangana State Southern Power Distribution Company has stopped receiving payments via UPI apps including Google Pay, PhonePe, Paytm and other UPI apps effective from 1st of July. However, you can see the UPI payment options on the TGSPDCL website or the app while making the bill payment will be paid via the official website or their Android app. The bill can also be paid at the Me Seva Center. PhonePe founder and CEO Sameer Nigam on Sunday clarified his personal comment regarding Karnataka draft job reservation bill, saying it was never his intention to insult the state or its people. Social media user in Karnataka had called for a boycott of PhonePe after its CEO criticized the job quota bill last week. In a statement, Nigam said, if his comments hurt anyone's sentiments in such a way, I am truly sorry and would like to offer you an unconditional apology. Nigam said he wanted to help create lakhs of jobs for Bangalore and Karnataka, and I believe with more dialogue and discussion we can find way to create more sustainable employment avenue. He added. He further says that the highest regard for the Kannada and all other Indian languages. I truly believe that linguistic diversity and rich cultural heritage is a national asset that all Indians should be proud of, and all Indians should be respectful of and celebrate local and cultural norms, said Nigam. In a dramatic turn of event, a gang of thieves from Andhra Pradesh managed to escape after pelting stone at a police officer in Nayakanahati, Challakere Taluka, Chitradurga district on Saturday night. Despite police effort to intercept and apprehend the gang, they managed to flee, leaving a trail of damage and tension in the wake. The incident occurred when police attempted to stop a Bolero vehicle near Pudapur, Challakere Taluka, suspending it to be carrying thieves. As the police approached, the gang began hurling stones at the officer, damaging the police jeep. The police fired warning shots into the air in an attempt to subdue the attackers, but the thief managed to escape under the cover of night. The gang, consisting of around 7 individuals, were carrying in a Bolero with Andhra Pradesh registration plates. The police, who were on night patrol, became suspicious and decided to stop the vehicle for a check. However, instead of complying, the thieves accelerated and launched a sudden stone attack on the officers. Trinamool Congress MP Mahua Moitra has moved the Supreme Court against the directives by the Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand government that eaters along the Kanwar Yatra route must display the name of their owners in her plea before the top court. Moitra has sought a stay on the order passed by the two state governments, saying such directives aggravate discord between communities. The plea is yet to be listed for hearing. The plea alleged that this has been done to create a socially enforced economic boycott on Muslim shop owners and workers and the loss of their livelihoods. BJP MP and former Union Minister Anurag Thakur claimed that a thorough study of the constitution by Congress leader Rahul Gandhi revealed the grand old party past actions, including the imposition of the emergency and disregard for constitutional norms. Anurag Thakur stated that the preface of this edition clearly documents the party breaches of constitutional principles and guidelines. He referred senior advocate K. Venugopal account in one edition, alleging that during the Congress government tenure, the judiciary faced threats and Indira Gandhi advocated for a committed judiciary. The preface of the copy that Rahul Gandhi flashes has been written by Venugopal. Anurag Thakur outburst against Rahul is part of the BJP mission to expose what they claim as a Congress historical disrespect for the constitution, attributing their recent electoral losses partly to the opposition campaigns against alleged attempt to amend the constitution. YSRCP chief YS Jagat Mohan Reddy on Sunday met Governor S. Abdul Nasir and requested an investigation by central government agency into the alleged atrocities and deteriorating law and order situation in Andhra Pradesh under the TDP-led government. In his meeting with the governor, the former chief minister alleged that constitutional institutions have failed in the state and administration have been paralyzed. There is no protection to life, limb, and dignity of the people. Leaders and workers of the ruling party, with their barbaric and inhumane activities, are spreading widespread fear among the people of the state. Reddy said in a press release. Speaking to the reporters at TDP Central Office, TDP leader and Home Minister Vangalapudi Anita alleged that Reddy is uttering falsehoods on recent incidents in the state. National Conference Vice President Umar Abdullah said on Sunday that his party performance in the Lok Sabha polls was spectacular and added that trend suggested it will form the next government in Jammu and Kashmir. Abdullah said that BJP has not learned any lesson from the Lok Sabha election results, adding that it has not fulfilled its promises on development, creating jobs and curbing terrorism despite being in power over the last 10 years. Abdullah added that every attempt was made to sabotage this rally, but the ordinary workers of the party showed them that not everyone is not selfish. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and Samajwadi Party head Akhilesh Yadav slammed the morally defeated BJP on Sunday, predicting that the Saffron Party-led government at the centre would not last long and would collapse soon. The comments came during the TMC Matriots Day rally in Kolkata, held 6 weeks after the Lok Sabha election, where the TMC and the SP achieved significant victories over the BJP in the West Bengal and Uttar Pradesh, respectively. In response to the state of the two leaders, the BJP said they are free to dream about coming to power, but that will never happen. Four Kanwarias from Haryana have been arrested here in Uttarakhand for allegedly attacking a parking lot employees with a sword following an argument over a parking fee, police said on Sunday. The employee suffered a serious injury to his head in the incident that took place on Saturday evening in the Janaki Pul parking lot near the Nilkant temple. The accused had kept a tractor trolley there. Muni ki Reti police station in charge Ritesh Shah said. The BJP on a Sunday, July 21st, criticized Congress leader Jairam Ramesh for apparently live tweeting some of the issues raised by different parties at an all-party meeting and said the opposition party should consider sending a more seasoned hand next time. Ramesh, who attended the meeting, posted on Twitter while the deliberation were going on. In today's all-party meeting of floor leaders chaired by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, the JD leader demanded special category status for Bihar. YSRCP leader demanded special category status for Andhra Pradesh. Strangely, the TDP leader kept quiet on the matter. The BJP IT department head Amit Malviya said there is a certain propriety and protocol one associate with these all party meetings. The Supreme Court on Monday commenced hearing on a batch of petitions related to the controversy ridden medical entrance exam NEET UG 2024. The top court was told by a counsel for NEET UG aspirants that the National Testing Agency, which conducts the prestigious exam, has admitted to paper leak and the dissemination of the leaked question paper through WhatsApp. At the outset, the bench comprising Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice J.B. Pardiwala and Manoj Mishra asked the counsel for the parties as to what emerged from the declaration of the center-wise and city-wise result of the exam. More than 23.33 lakh students had taken the test on May 5th at 4,750 centers in 571 cities, including 14 overseas, and the hearing is underway. The Center on Sunday, July 21st, in the all-party meeting urged the parties to ensure the smooth functioning of Parliament even as the opposition raised the Kanwar Yatra row and two NDA allies made demand for a special status for Bihar. The meeting chaired by Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh was held a day ahead of Parliament budget session. During the meeting, the National Democratic Alliance, Elise Sanjay Jha from Janata Dal and Union Minister Chirag Baswan from Lok Janshakti Party demanded a special status for Bihar. The JD stated that if there are difficulties in granting a special state status, then Bihar should be given a special package. The water level of Godavari River in Bhadrachalam town has increased from 24 feet on Friday to 34 feet by Saturday noon, reaching up to the bathing ghats of Bhadrachalam, according to the Central Water Commission official. Due to heavy inflows coming from Talipuru reservoirs, Samakka, Sarakka barrage and Kaleshwaram project located upstream, the Godavari level have risen in Bhadrachalam due to heavy inflow into Talipiru project in Chella Mandalam. 21 gates of the project have been opened on Saturday morning, releasing 1,04,834 cuses into Godavari River. Ministers instructed officials to monitor a situation on the ground. Ongoing violence in Bangladesh. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee suggested on Sunday, July 21st, that she would keep the doors of her state open for people in distress from the neighboring country and offer them shelter. Banerjee referred to the United Nations resolution on refugees as a justification for her stand over the possible humanitarian crisis that may emerge on account of the severe law and order breakdown that has gripped Bangladesh in the past few days. I should not be speaking on the fear of the Bangladesh since that is a sovereign nation and whatever need to be said on the issue subject matter of the center, but I can tell you that if helpless people come knocking on the door of Bengal, we will surely provide them shelter. Banerjee said at the Matrius Day rally of the TMC in Kolkata. Banerjee also appealed to the people of West Bengal to not get provoked over matters concerning the current situation in Bangladesh. After the controversial order mandating eaters to display their own name along the Kanwar Yatra route extended to the rest of Uttar Pradesh and was introduced in Uttarakhand, opposition parties called the order discriminatory and anti-Muslim. AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi called it a visceral hatred towards the minority community while saying there is fear on the Kanwar route in UP. The order, which was first enforced in Muzaffarnagar, has now been extended to the rest of the state despite massive backlash. The BJP, meanwhile, alleged that Owaisi was indulging in divisive politics and in going so was playing the role of Jinnah, who is known to be the founder of Pakistan. In a post on Twitter, Owaisi called the order "This is the reality of hatred for Indian Muslims." Credit for this visceral hatred goes to political party leaders of Hindutva and so-called lip-serving secular parties. He wrote on social media, sharing the pictures of a stall selling egg that has displayed the name of its owner. Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy on Sunday asked the Irrigation Minister N. Uttam Reddy and senior officials from the department to discuss the repair and inspection of irrigation project with officials of National Dam Safety Authorities in Delhi on Monday. Chief Minister on Sunday conducted a review meeting with Uttam Kumar Reddy and irrigation officials, including the Secretary Rahul Bujja and Advisory Adityanath Das on Medighatta and other projects. Uttam Kumar Reddy and other officials had a meeting with the DSA officials in Delhi on Saturday, during which they discussed several issues pertaining to irrigation project in the state. The minister explains the key point discussed with NDSA officials. Revant Reddy gave several suggestions on going about a Monday meeting. The officials were directed to discuss Medighatta project repairs, inspections, and commissions of inquiry into the Medighatta baggage. The Chief Minister asked the Minister of also focus on Annaram and Sundilla barrages and VRS government negligence in the construction of such a project. Inspector Bashir police officer were visited by a group of children holding placards demanding protection from the state of Minas in their neighborhood. The police officer, taken aback by the unusual sight of the young complainant, said they had received the children petition and made an entry in the general diary, determined to find a solution to the menace. The children of Kompally and Pet Bashirabad approached the authorities in the hope that their grievances would be heard and appropriate action would be taken to ensure their safety. Traffic rules are established to ensure people's safety, and violating them can lead to hefty fines. One such rule requires wearing a helmet while riding a bike. Fine of rupees 5,000 can be imposed for not wearing a helmet. Nipah virus claim one life in Kerala. Maharashtra report 28 Zika virus cases. A 14 years old boy from Brasserie in Mallapuram district of Kerala died in Nipah infection at a government medical hospital on Sunday. The boy was admitted to the hospital on July 20. According to the state government, he had a cardiac arrest and died. Communicable diseases scare grips. Watch the channel, press the bell icon to get latest notification of news. Like, share and subscribe my channel.